All right. But yes, Velvet sort of clings to you. Alexa, you heard the screams, didn't you?
Yes, I didn't. You hear the screams, Graybell?
Greybell just like gives like a little grunt and a nod, like, "Yep."
Yeah, something's a doing. Um,
Exactly. We can't stay here. The city's in danger. Can't you feel it? We gotta get out of here.
well, I shoot. Where's Gustav?
Where is he indeed? Where would you like to try to find him?
I
It is
suppose.
it is nighttime, Moore's is high, and all of
Oh
this is
no.
suddenly happening. Yes,
Well,
indeed. You look out the window and you can see that nice, bright green, beautiful moon glaring at you.
it's an evil moon. Well, if memory comes to serve, the creepy pillar is last where. That's where I would first think where to find him.
Creepy pillar. Alright.
The one we defended, yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually designated where in the city it is. It's just kind of somewhere.
Oh.
Right. So, you will travel there. And are you taking anyone with you?
If if Velvet wants to follow me, she's more than happy welcome to, but it is dangerous, so I wouldn't want to put her in
It
danger.
is! I can't just let you go alone.
Okay, come on.
Alright. So you and Velvet will go together towards the spooky room.
I'm armored up like a frickin' space marine now.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the city, Gustav. You have a
Yep.
very acute sense of what is happening, and you can see the purple and blue winds of magic begin to waft over the entire city, lighting up as if on fire.
Well, I go to the next regional site. I think it was in. I had 4 or 5 quarter quarters, right? That I knew
Indeed,
about.
you had been told of the various quarters,
Yep.
but of course, as you're kind of wondering where to go, you hear a little, slightly familiar voice behind you. So where do you think you're going?
And who is that?
And when you look behind you, you see the female shadow mage that you had met earlier that actually told you about it all.
Ermagerd!
I don't stop. I just run with my mercenary to the next quarter.
Hold up one second. Let me
What?
help you.
All right, come. What are you
I
doing
know
here,
though the
by the way?
situation is around the city. We've been keeping an eye on it. Let me
Well,
go ahead and keep
great
you updated.
job.
Well, if you're going to act, you'll probably want information, won't you?
Yes. Where?
Well, there's quite a little bit going on. Do do
If
do.
she's
I'm gonna start
lying
moving
to
things to
me,
token layers. Alright.
if she's lying to me, nah, don't have time.
In the districts
Ah,
around us, it looks like that there are a large number of mutants that are also congregating around the demons that have been summoned. But something I've noticed in the alt market, or something we've noticed in the alt market, Wizard did not live. I
what?
don't know which one might be more dangerous, one that's under control or one that isn't.
They'll both
Either
get
way, it
killed.
does not bode well.
No
Do
time. Time to act.
yes, and if you look around the city, there's quite a little bit of danger going on here. I can bring you updates whenever you need them. Just call for me.
Can you contact the light mage, the white mages? I feel like they should be here fighting chaos like it's their duty to.
She's already sent her own acolytes out to protect the various temples around the city. I believe she
Then,
thinks that if they fall, the city might very well fall as well, win or lose this battle. I don't necessarily disagree, but that's what she's doing.
well, I
Our dear
disagree.
Lady of Light.
Where are the others? Where are the raid mage? Where did... They're still in the fucking towers. Ah.
Well, if you want to know, I believe Eisen and many of your other compatriots are busy trying to cast fortunes, but trying to do so in such a way that they don't lock in the city to any particular destiny. It'd be a shame if they looked into the future and saw we had already lost, after all. So I believe he is providing constant support as much as he can.
Alright. Well,
The Beast Lord is outside the city now, trying to make sure there are no extra enemy combatants. He believed that perhaps this could be a prelude to some sort of invasion.
Oh God.
But if he's out there, he can at least make sure if any citizens try to leave and run, that they should be safe.
yes.
Our dear Fire Lord is preparing himself to destroy entire sections of the city if need be. Perhaps a very foolish thing, but he might not necessarily be wrong. Still,
Mm,
we'd guess
no.
that he only has one shot at it.
What? He should come and help instead of preparing to bombing the city.
I think he has a bit of a plan. I'm not privy to it, but his acolytes are around the city now. I think they're trying to cause some sort of distraction.
Mm.
And who else? Who am I missing now? That was air, light.
Heart.
I think that covers all the ones that are actually in the city now, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that covers everyone who's actually in the city. They are trying their best, she says. And it seems as are you. Not
Yeah.
many people would go out and try to fight completely alone. Oh, never mind, you have that person over there. She says, like, waving her hand over at David. I'm sure that'll help out a lot.
Your sarcasm is noted.
David just kind of, like, gives, like, a little grumpy frown. So important. Still, if you need any more updates, I can tell you where they're moving, and you can make your own decisions on where to go next.
I'm
We're
going to be
watching.
on. Yeah.
The rest of us are trying to keep tabs and make sure nothing worse is going to happen. And she'll just go ahead and like take a quick little back step into the alleyway and completely disappear.
Just have roll his eyes and resume running to the alt part. Alt
Alright,
mark.
you are running to the alt market.
Yeah.
Alright, as you run, you can of course hear the screams of citizens as they try to run. Many are out in the streets. They appear to be refugees that had not found a place for the night. And they are in quite a bit of danger. But it's a good thing that you're here. So,
Yes.
I want to give you the choice of like doing slightly more abstract or slightly less, wherein we would go to like say a street or something.
Now it's fine as it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are as you go through the streets, you see that there are a large number of mutants out on the street now. In fact, there might be hundreds of them just here alone.
Dear God.
Well-
Let me go through what they look like real quick. What did I roll up this time? Some of them appear to be covered in both scales and fur, and have a third eye
Oh,
on
no.
different places all around their body.
Skellies and furries? This is an
Yes, mixed
abomination.
into one. They are all powerful now. You cannot defeat them. Other ones appear to be incredibly fat and obese in weird, lumpy ways, but also possessing very thick, strong muscles underneath every bit of their body. They look incredibly dangerous. And then, of course, there are ones like the one that you had seen before. Ones that are trying to drag themselves around slowly or flail a single arm at a time. Ones that have lost different limbs and are covered in terrible boils. These comprise these mutant hordes. And of
Well,
course, behind them, you can see the blue and purple light cast by what seems like an absolute bonfire to your magical eyes, heralding the end of everything. It is a horror.
oh my god. No.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that beautiful face and those wonky teeth.
Well,
All
time
right.
to vermintide it.
Ah, yes. Time to vermintide it and just cleave a path through the city. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of abstract then. Go ahead and give me some initiative real quick, and I'm going to roll some initiative for all of them. Do. Initiative, clear.
Not too bad. Great. Oh fuck.
So this is what Alexa sees when she's running through the city too, right?
Indeed, however, in her district, there are no mutant hordes going door to door yet, it seems. The screams are from other areas right now.
I mean, that's how you do when you're mutant, I guess. Pound flesh to flesh, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Is it the alt
mercenary-
market where they're most concentrated?
They are wherever they are on the map. Alexa isn't necessarily privy to this information, but Gustav is. And there might be additional things happening. To do. Alright, pull up the sheets now I'm not. And mutant horde.
Hold on a second. My house is like right next to a huge.
Yeah, your house might be doomed.
Get over my house!
That's actually a good question to Alexa. Do you care more about your house where you hear all this terror coming from, or are you going to go to that pillar?
Well, if it's closer, I'll probably go to my house because, goddamn, that's all my shit.
I'm going to go ahead and say they're equidistant today, by the way. It's somewhere in the merchant district.
Considering how I don't want to lose everything, I'm gonna go and see what the hell is going on down there.
Alright, so you're
For
going to
all I know, it's just a huge riot. So it's like, god damn it! All right.
Alright, so you are actually heading towards your house then.
I
Yeah.
like that scene. Fuck Gustav, that's my house!
Yeah.
Well, it's. I don't
We
know
know-
that he's. Here's the thing. I don't know if he's at the pillar, but I know that my house is right there with all my stuff. So shit. I have to go with the determinant here
Shit.
Alright.
for the
House.
definite.
Oh, I should also pull up a hint sheet for our little cute David. Alright, Davy. Give me your initiative. Where are you? App.
Wow.
What do you get? 47. Very nice.
Hey boy.
He fast.
He fast. He attack, he protect.
Alright. So I believe these horrors might have some fear on them. Let me go ahead and see.
Very
Yes indeed, they are frightening. I'm going to need a willpower save from you as well, Gustav.
Oh, I'm gonna roll that.
Okay.
Wait, what does frightening does?
I believe you'll lose an action because they're too terrifying. Right?
Is it
Less
frightening or is it terrifying?
Just frightening, so it's fear.
Yeah, it's the one where you're frozen in place until you pass a successful willpower test.
Gonna roll that.
You remember that time where I was playing a Skaven and he
Yep.
didn't move for 2 days? That's
Yep.
that. You don't want to fail that. Terrifying would be the same thing, except you get insanity.
Yeah, you cause fear, quote unquote. There we go. Alright. So, Gustav, you, steady yourself. You've seen terrible things before, and these things, they're practically figments of your imagination, after all. But are they real? You'll put that accidental thing to, rest later.
Real or not, they're gonna get light blessed.
David, however, is,
And the best.
currently, like, pulling back behind the corner a little bit and kind of looking at it in horror. It's like, dear God, what are these things? I can't. I can't. So the horrors will get their chance to react first to this big magical thing heading in their direction.
Uh-oh.
And I believe they're going to go ahead and cast a spell.
Oh.
They don't channel.
I'm
Yes, they point
probably
at you
gonna...
and screech, looking to
Well...
you into fire. Oh,
Uh,
they roll a 10.
oh. Guess who's... Guess who doesn't have any wound left? It's not a
Uh-oh.
critical, but, yeah.
Well, Middenheim
yes.
is fucked.
But it screeches at you. It doesn't move, and in fact, you can kind of see that its hand is sort of conjoined with the other one. As they're kind of raising it up, you can see the hordes of mutants kind of react to it. Gustav.
Oh, wait, wasn't that a 9-point critical to his head?
Nope.
I thought he said he was
No.
out of wounds now.
Yeah,
rather
no,
than
I'm
had
out
hit a
of
critical.
Yeah. No, I'm out of wounds.
Okay, maybe you have a different definition of out of wounds.
Yeah, no, I have no more
Yeah,
wounds
B
left.
being at 0, I think.
Yeah.
I think the difference here is that I count from total to 0, and I think you're going from 0 to total.
No. I'm
all
going
fine.
from total to 0 too. I'm at 0.
Right.
What's Gustav going to do with his turn now that he's taking a big old hit to his head?
Nothing. And Stinchker.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's personally
It's the
soiled
curse of the
himself.
wizards. First your shadow friend, now you.
It's okay. I'll magic either way.
Soiled yourself
in
at the
Harry
Battle of
Potter.
Maidenhill.
Try to get a 25 with 4 dice. I guess that's possible, yeah.
It is. It is very possible.
And it did not happen. Alright, and you don't have any additional weirdness happen.
No.
And that was a full action to try too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna die. Like.
Alright. The other horror is going to go ahead and try to do the same thing. It pops off a little bit of magic. Succeeding again as 13 points.
Yeah, I'm dead. It's a 13 hit. It's a 10 hit my body.
Yeah, I don't even need to roll critical on that. The only question is, are you going to use a fate point?
Very strong vibe that the GM is trying to kill me right now. So,
I stepped away for a second, now you got a 13 hit.
I mean, roll the critical. I'll see after that. Roll, please do him.
You're guaranteed dead. Anything above like 10 is guaranteed death in whatever gore soaked.
Well, yeah,
man.
unless you have a fate point.
You can fate point
Unless
it.
you had like extra mage armor on hand or something.
No, even so, that wouldn't. Oh yeah, what I forgot about. Yes, I have a toughness.
Toughness will reduce it, but
Yes, wait. By 3, 6.
Yeah, he could
Still-
become Gustav, the one-armed mage. Oh wait, it's hit to the body, wouldn't matter. Gustav, the
Wait,
no
wait, wait.
ribcage mage.
It's a 7-point critical to the body.
Alright.
chances are you'll die, but you can still roll it.
Chances are you'll die, but it is worth giving them a shot.
He could
I wanna
become
see
General Grievous with the wheeze.
Yeah.
Critical hit, body, 7 points.
No.
Fine, pulverize, not to the ground.
Ow.
Save him, David.
Yeah, I guess I'll use a fate point.
Alright. You get utterly pummeled into the ground by a hurled ball of fire. Despite its magical presence alone, it has a physical force to it that grinds you into the ground and breaks the ground underneath you, sending you tumbling into the sewers into shit and rubble,
And let me roll
and you are
willpower to
being
see if
washed away.
and I
Nice.
don't get an acidity point.
Not today. But I think it's safe to say David is probably dead.
Oh yeah, he's so dead.
Alright, so we're gonna clear that all out. And with Lexa going to the pillar, I'm gonna go ahead and handle that next. So
Oh,
Lexa.
Going to
no.
the house.
To the house.
Oh yeah,
there's-
you're going to the house. Completely different. So you can definitely hear in the distance the sounds and wails of various people out there. Some of them trying to leave their homes, things starting to be set on fire, and just absolute monsters screaming. And you see
Oh,
very much
God.
the same down the streets as you approach. Are you
Is-
going to head straight into the fray, or are you going to try to be like a little stealthy? What are you going to do to try to see what's going on here?
This is almost like end time sort of shit. I kind of am now thinking maybe I should take Velvet's advice and try to flee the city, but no, I can't. I have to stop them. It's what I have to do. It's by Daz's light. I'll tell Velvet to get to the house and lock herself in.
I will. Please come back to me.
But yeah, she'll run towards the horrors of the chaos spawn, I guess.
Alright, you're going to try jumping in completely alone.
Or just
This is never-
what do I see specifically if I go down that main road where it's going?
First things you see, of course, are the hordes of mutants in the streets, setting fire to things, flailing randomly. They don't seem to be in possession of any mind of their own.
How big is the horde?
Hundreds of people.
Oh Jesus! So this is this is the city might actually be destroyed from or damn near close. Yeah, this is something that is out. Okay, yeah, I'm going back to the house. We're gonna gather up everything that we can, um, including River, the horse that is one of my other dead comrades, and get back to Greybelt and say we need to get out of the city now.
Alright. As you are about to turn around, though, you do hear, the sounds of heavy footsteps and of people, chanting in a very rhythmic manner, not with any, like, real words, more like some sort of sound or something. They all sound very practiced and in line. And down the street towards the east, you can see uh, men and women marching in formation with sticks and clubs in hand. Behind them, of course, is Bruce. No shirt on whatsoever, no weapons in hand either, leading them forward.
Okay.
Additionally, you see sort of in the crowd a tiny little halfling.
Oh no! Velvet, you need to get to Greybelt. Get out of the city, okay? Just, I have to,
I can't
have-
leave without you, though.
you have to go and get Greybelt and get out of the city. Please.
I'm not leaving without you. I'm not. And she like reaches out for your arm, just grips it harder. We're together or not at all.
Damn it. I have to go with Bruce to defend the city now. Okay.
All right.
run. I'll
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go ahead and
weave
pull up a
in
couple sheets.
in and out through the city until I get to the line and say, I'm here to defend the city with you. Stand strong.
Do you want to give like a charm check to see how inspired people are just seeing you?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Ah. Not so well.
They can't hear you over literally everything else happening.
Okay.
But they do see you, and so do the mutant hordes. I'm gonna go ahead and ask for some initiative real quick then.
Okay.
I'm just trying to like go through like all the characters that are in existence here. Sweet Victor.
I mean, everyone's gonna die. Like, this is the
Oh,
end.
absolutely.
If things go bad enough, you both do have backups.
Yep.
A Kislev warrior and a dwarf? I don't remember.
Runesmith buff. But damn it, I have 30 advancement on this one. I'm not going down until I wear his fate point down, which is
Well, yeah,
oh,
but that's
only one left.
Oh, maybe
Well, that's-
Alexa will be. Yeah, depends on how bad this gets.
yeah. I don't think Alexa's the person's going into the sewers.
Yeah, you kind of got dunked upon just a little bit.
I just mean Alexa's hatred of the sewers versus the fact that
Oh,
Gustav
yeah,
got knocked into the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need this fun little buddy here. And I think that's oh right, yeah, I need to do these citizens too. Do where are you, citizen dudes? There we go, peasants. You get a turn. You get a turn. There we go. Everyone's happy. And initiative. Bruce. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure everything's organized so I can see everyone. Bruce is going to go ahead and wade into the fray and demonstrate why he's a badass. He's going to go ahead and start going into the mutant horde. Now, where'd your sheet go? I didn't close yours, did I, Bruce? Now I feel bad. There you are. Alright, weapons. He has an iron fist. And he's going to go ahead and attack. How many attacks does he have?
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Let me change that a little bit. There we go. That's correct. Alright. First one. Go ahead and hit these guys. These guys do not have defensive measures, so he's just gonna go ahead and straight up do damage. And
One
literally
punches a
just-
head off.
Oh yeah, he literally just runs in, punches some heads off. I believe... How much armor do these things have? They got like 5, and they got 11. That'd be 16 minus 13. They're at 3. Or at least this guy is. Ouch. Alright, so he took a very brutal hit, and he's about to take a second. He might just be about to single-handedly... almost. Bruce engages with one of the hordes, and is a whirlwind of fist. A practiced master beyond any other.
Too bad fists do only does 1d3 minus 3.
This is very true. Oh, he's got better ones, apparently. I really had to improvise with his stuff because he had like nothing. But Victor actually has a sling, and he's gonna go ahead and take aim and fire. And I believe that'll just negate his bonuses, but he's got a pretty good hit. No he doesn't. Victor tried his best. The horrors are temporarily distracted, and they will open up with magic. One half action. This is going to go towards Bruce. Because he is the current threat. Casting number 7, casting test 7. They hit his body for 12. Bruce, how much defense do you even have? Oh, he's got a lot. He's got plenty. What about wounds? He takes that down to 7 and takes a pretty solid magic hit to his chest. So one of the heroes has been hurt. But we have another one coming up. Alexa.
I have to stop that horror. So
Push straight past the hordes.
Yeah, I have to
They
charge
will have a
right
chance
at.
to claw at you.
I'm armored. I have to stop the horrors.
Alright, let's go ahead and see how well they do. Can they hurt you before you get too far? Ha! Absolutely not. You rush into battle, face to face with the horrors, and you see them face to face, the terrible, horrible things that they are.
Oh no!
mutant flesh constantly crawling and changing. Give me a willpower save.
Not
But you
this time!
steel yourself.
Daz's fire is hotter and brighter!
Indeed. Now show them what Daz has to give them.
Okay, I'm doing a charging strike, so. Bam! Right leg.
Alright, you get him in the right leg. I believe he does not have any. He might have dodge, actually. They sure do. They fail to dodge the blow. That is going to be 13. They are going to go ahead and take 10 out of a whole bunch.
Brar!
It screeches back at you with as much ferocity, with its tongue dripping out and saliva pouring everywhere. And sometimes that saliva turns into acid.
Yeah.
Sometimes fire. Sometimes bugs?
Ugh. Chaos. Pure, unholy chaos.
Chaos control. But it is the other one. And oh boy, did you manage to get their attention. Since you're face to face, they will try to claw at you. And they don't give a damn about the defense, or at least this one doesn't. It goes and it will connect if you cannot block it.
Okay, shield time.
It comes down with the ferocity of several arms literally windmilling towards you in an
I'm
almost
overwhelmed and hitting the right
in an
one.
unstoppable onslaught.
Ah! I soak it.
That barely scrapes you as you step aside. These citizens, who are well trained, will go ahead and come to the defense of their master. Do citizen peasants. These guys are trained, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I roll them an extra bonus. That is not enough to
Yeah.
actually hurt them. That's okay. The other citizens are going to come in and start forming up a line, trying to push it back. Attack. Plus 15. There we go. And another damage. 8. That is going to go ahead and be enough to take out this mob as the citizens push through and break the line, scattering them about, even in their madness.
Yay!
And then something terrifying and awful comes creeping around the corner from behind you, Alexa.
No! Not from behind me.
While the horrors in front of you are strange and constantly shifting, this thing comes shambling out, an absolute travesty of flesh. And it is terrifying. It is a willpower test. Failure, you gain an insanity point.
And the effects of fear.
I'm gonna try
Alright.
to fortune point that.
Fair enough.
Ah!
And that's when
Alright,
we lost
give
Alexa.
Give yourself that insanity point. Terrified characters must run away at top speed until out of sight of the monsters, and otherwise they curl up catatonic. And make another terror test with the same consequences each round.
I have 6
So-
insanity points now.
Ooh, I think that qualifies you for terrible, awful things.
Yeah.
Let's do it after battle.
The thing that caused Lash to kill himself.
Yeah. That'll be fun, right?
It's fun for Lash.
Alright. The mutant hordes. This one is undamaged, so it is going to go ahead and come up on the citizens. They are going to duke it out. Not the henchmen's, the wide and powerful ones that are still left. Weapons. Clubs. They're going to deal 6 out to some of the citizens. They are taking damage. How much do they have? Same as I thought. Okay. 11, and then minus several points. There we go. Some sins are becoming hurt. The other mutant horde is dead, dispersed. Bruce is going to step in and see the terrifying monster. Can he? Yes. He retains his calm and dignity as he goes in for another attack. And he's going to miss because the thing does not have any clear points to strike. And while he looks over to you and you can briefly see that he is happy to see you, he is undoubtedly very frustrated with the thing in front of him. Victor tries to help out. Victor's going to reload. He's going to go ahead and hit the thing for 7. Victor and a handful of others with slings will unleash a barrage on the Chaos Spawn. And its armor is not sufficient literally anywhere. How much does it have then? Oof, quite a bit. Alright. Chaos Spawn is being whittled down. But the horrors persist, and they're staring at you, Alexa. I believe you
Okay.
still have chances to defend even while terrified, don't you? Because this is you run away instead of like you're just standing still in fear and stunned or something.
Yes.
Alright, so they're going to go ahead and try. They are giving up their opportunity to defend themselves. And they totally botch it. With their other half action, they are raising their arm and continuing to command the attention of the mutant horde.
Now, are these technically demons?
Indeed.
Because if they've been injured and they haven't successfully hurt another person, they're unstable.
Oh, yes, you're right. These things do actually need to make that willpower check now. It will go ahead and attempt to stay in this mortal realm a moment longer. I gotta remember that. Thanks for reminding me, because it's really important that they disappear.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and make your willpower test first, and let's see if you go ahead and run or if you stay. You run to the safety of everyone else.
Well, that
okay.
that thing I just said, there has to be a specific order in which it's rolled for the reason I said.
What's there? I don't...
She has to roll her willpower test for the insanity, because otherwise the insanity doesn't happen, but every other time she gains an insanity point, she needs to roll against it again, which means that she first needs to roll against the insanity, and then roll against the terror, because the terror will give her additional insanity, which means an additional test for the insanity.
I don't think she's making additional tests here to get even more insanity. This
It
is
says
test you,
the
like,
very
resist
last
the fight.
thing that you said on the terrified check was that to test against the result again. And if
Right,
the terrified...
that's to escape it. You can do that every round.
Okay, I'm just saying that the thing said the effect again.
Yeah, I mean, let me just clarify. You can make another terror test with the same consequences each round until they succeed or they're removed from sight.
Yeah, the same
So-
consequence.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I guess you would end up with another insanity.
Okay, so I'm gonna run away.
But I'm saying that you have to check against the insanity first to see if you gain
And I
any.
will say, because this is a heavy, abstract, and urbanized area, you can, in fact, lose sight of them. Yeah, that's the exact same paragraph I got.
As my grip on the world starts to swirl. I have 7 insanity points now.
Right, but that... You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get it now.
Because that's one roll to check for the 6, and then that's one
Yeah,
roll
just
to
like
check
a lot
for
of
the
the other
7.
ones don't work the same way, so like threw me off a little bit.
Well, no, this is how
But
insanity
one of the
works
horrors-
itself.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
I was
this
saying
isn't
we're-
the D1000. This isn't the D100 to see what insanity she gets. She has to roll to see if she even goes insane. But now that she's gotten an extra insanity point, you first check for the first one, and if she
Right.
passes that, she's fine. And now that she's failed
Right,
for a
I was
second
gonna
one,
save that until after the battle, just so we don't like push it in the middle of it.
But no, it matters
That's all.
for every time that she gains an insanity point. It matters now that she's failing rolls.
It's fine right now.
Whatever.
Yeah. One of the demons will go ahead and attempt to launch another firebolt, another bit of Stench's fire over at Bruce, and completely fail to. The citizens are still on patrol, and they're going to beat the hell out of these guys. So, Citizen Patrol, arm up. Can they make up? Nope, and a yes. That's going to go ahead and do 1 damage to these guys. Where are you? You had 12. Okay, so they end up taking a little bit of damage. There is a vicious and brutal melee going on between the citizens and the mutants. The Chaos Spawn will attempt to eat Bruce. And Bruce, I believe, probably can dodge. He is really, really cool. And indeed he does, saving himself for another round. How many attacks does Chaos Spawn have? Oh, it has 2, so maybe it has a second chance. Alright. The two are viciously entangled. The last remaining mutant horde here continues. Light and powerful. Here we go. Weapons. It's gonna go ahead and go all out. And hit the citizens for a minimum damage. This is a very knockout, drag-out fight. Bruce will attempt twice to take out the Chaos thing. First for 13. And a second. Alright.
Bruce is the MVP.
In a absolutely brutal fashion, Bruce summons all of his inner strength and takes up a stance, and then unleashes a flurry of blows that is nearly imperceptible to the human eye, while screaming with every single punch every single time they connect, until there is nothing but quivering flesh remaining from the Chaos Spawn. Brutal. Victor will attempt once again to contribute. And he and his group lay down fire, taking out large swaths of the undisciplined horde. The horrors are going to go ahead, of course, turn their eyes towards the citizens themselves and unleash their fury. Dealing out 6. This is resisted by toughness, right? Yeah, it would be. Okay. Some of the citizens are not looking good, and Alexa, you have got it out of sight of that terrible thing, and in fact, you are very certain you've just felt its blood splatter against the wall. What are you going to do? What
Okay,
is Alexa's action?
so it looks like I have to do 2 insanity checks now, right?
Well, I don't want them to pool up in the middle of the battle here.
Okay, so we'll do that at the end of the battle. But I'm out of the sight, I guess, if I can regain, no longer being terrified and go, I gotta get back in there. No.
Yes,
So
you
I
can.
will roar a call to Daz in kind of a feral, angry, but still cognizant yell and run towards the nearest horror that I succeeded in checking against and axe it a question.
Alright, you run up, going back out to take out the most intimidating threats of all here in the Southwall District. Go ahead and take a swing at a demon of your choice.
Charge! Right leg.
And I believe the last thing it did was cast, so it does have a chance to dodge. It is a slim chance, and it does not. You dig straight into its right leg, and I don't think it has a whole lot of armor. Indeed. So that's going to go ahead and take him down to a 1-point critical to his right leg. Let's see what terrible
Do
things
it.
happen. With renewed vigor, you rush in. And it can only take a half action on its next turn.
Aha! So that means if it doesn't hurt something, then it will have to resist fading away.
Yes, I'm going to give it a purple mark to indicate that it has been hit. The other one, however, though, is free to take its claw and dig it into you. And it doesn't care about its defense, so it will strike if you
And I
cannot block.
can't block because I did an all-out attack.
Ah, I see.
Ouch!
As it rips into your flesh.
But my new armor is protecting me so that it only takes a 3-point damage.
Amazing, yes. The armor is coming in handy already. Various citizens are trying their absolute best. Both citizens. Alright. One group of citizens is engaged face to face with the mob, so the mob does not see the other group coming, as they literally charge in with the pointed tips of a small number of spears and gut several of them at a time upon each and smash them into house walls until there's a gory, bloody pile and a slick red street.
Jeez.
The citizens mean business.
Serious business.
Don't you come messing in their neighborhood. Alright, so Chaos Spawn, Mutant Gone. Bruce is coming up to help you, and he is going to go ahead and unleash his onslaught upon a new target. He's going to hit. It does not have defenses, so it's going to take a bit of a hit. -3 is 1 to 8. And starting from... Okay. So it takes a massive chop to its right arm, and you can see kind of like it fold and crumble as if there was bone inside until it kind of like goopily resets itself.
Ugh.
Victor knows what he has to do. He's gonna help you, Alexa, by trying to shoot that thing straight in the head,
Oh god.
as that is an
Boom
8-point
shot.
critical to its head. Where'd Victor go? Hey, Victor, how do you feel about critical hits to the head?
Do it.
God's own halfling gets one less hurrah,
Oh
as a
man.
stone comes out of nowhere, almost, and goes straight through one side of his head and out the other, taking with it a large mass of seemingly important organs. The thing in front of you drops flat and dead and then disappears from reality. Alexa,
I have to stop this other horror. All-out attack.
go for it. You hit it. It is also all-out attacking, so it does not have any defenses. It is a 2-point critical to its left arm. Do you chop through it and finish the thing?
I like strike it numb.
Indeed, you strike it numb, and it gets one last chance to lash out. And it too is also all-out attacking, because if it does not, it might have to go home. You don't have any defense to it, do you?
Nope.
6 damage.
I soak it all.
Aha!
Aha!
I believe it merely needs to hit you. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to actually do damage, does it?
I'm-
Good question. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate real quick.
technically
There
it
we go.
did
It
damage, but I
hit
just
and
absorbed.
not hitting back is the note I have. So, as long as it connects, I'm going to say that is okay. Alright, the citizens are coming in to help as well. The mob is on your side. Mob misses, and the mob does not make much headway. They are trying their best not to trample you, and they are disciplined enough not to. Bruce will attempt to finish this off once and for all. That's going to be a 5-point critical to its right arm now.
Does not let us down. Bruce.
Right arm, 5. Arm demolished. 20% chance of dying each round. Victor is holding his fire because there are far more targets and one demon. Alexa.
All out
Yeah.
attack.
Alright, Alexa. Describe your onslaught.
I in the terror and the fear and the outrage, I raised back the axe and just thrusted it forward with all of my might and split it in half like an overripe grapefruit.
Excellent. And so it does. Its body splatters and vanishes into the aether. And as the adrenaline wanes, you can feel your head just pound and throb. Let's go ahead and do those rolls.
Okay, so I had 2 insanity checks I have to.
Right. Theta, you were looking at the rules most recently. It is just a willpower for the first one and then another willpower for the second, or how's it going to go?
If she fails the first one, then the second one doesn't happen. All she needs to
Okay.
roll is the first one. Or all she needs to pass. You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm going to use 1 more fortune point.
Well, I mean, you still got another one after this.
Well, no. If she fails the first one,
Ah,
then she would just
Well,
go
you
back to 1. But now she has a second one to make.
Alright, so you succeed the first. What about the second? Where that thing haunts your mind.
I have 1 last fortune point, so we'll try if it fails.
Got a 38% chance.
Okay, there goes the last fortune point.
Do it. Do it. And
Nope.
you're crazy!
But now
Oh,
you
boy,
only
it's-
have 1 insanity point, I believe.
Yeah, she would be at... No, this is the one that drove her crazy. The last
Yeah,
one
this
that
is-
she got.
Well, no,
The
no,
last-
yeah, but that would mean that you rolled that when you had 7 insanity points. When a test is failed, the character develops a disorder but loses 6
No,
insanity
no.
points.
I would go back to 5, because 5 is where I started out with. I added 2 when I thought I got 2, but we saved them till the end. So I resisted 1, but got the...
No, this isn't to resist the insanity points. You already rolled that one.
Oh.
Yeah, you rolled that one, and you failed that. That's why you ended up running away, and you were fine. That's why you have 2 different rolls to make now.
Okay.
So you went up to 7, and then you got a disorder out the 7th one, so you lost 6 insanity points, so now you have 1 insanity point and a disorder.
Once a character hits 6 or more, immediately makes a willpower test. Yeah. Failed, develops the disorder, but loses 6 insanity points.
Right.
All right, so what's my disorder?
Give me a percentile.
D100.
39. We're looking at Firebug. The whole city is burning, and oh boy, is this just how you like it to be now.
It's the only way to deal with them is to just burn it down.
Burn everything down. You only feel comfortable in these fires. An irresistible compulsion to set fires. You've been driven to the point that life is nothing but misery and darkness and an endless grind of dread and danger. There's no joy, and nothing offers you any sense of real pleasure except starting fiery blazes and burning down buildings. When presented with an opportunity to set a fire, you will make willpower tests to resist your incendiary urge. If you fail, the character will attempt to set a fire, ignoring any risk involved. And when igniting and observing, you feel intense, soothing pleasure. You become elated for D10 hours, after which you become depressed. And have -10 penalty to fellowship for D10 days, yikes. Or until you start another fire.
Oh boy.
And I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Just in time too, because Alexa is having her victory cut slightly short by the fact she is going a little bit insane.
Oof.
And it works for your
But
girlfriend, though. Your
yes,
girlfriend
Velvet
was from
comes up.
a Slaanesh cult, wasn't she?
Yes, she was from the Slaanesh cult, or at least associated. Quite fond of firebugs. Oh yeah. So everyone around you appears as if they are cheering, as if they have won the day, and it definitely feels like it's all of them. Bruce is slightly bloodied right now, but he still holds up one of his bloody arms and cheers with everyone. And he looks to you and brings you over, but in the back of your mind, you can't help but think, the rest of the city is burning, the rest of the city is burning,
Yeah.
the rest of the city is burning right now.
Um, I'm not sure what she would do, I think, at this point, because given the current state, and she's obviously not right in the head, she should want to leave. But with the fire and whatnot, maybe the only way to be safe is to purge everything by fire, which now seems like a really great idea.
Oh, yes, indeed. In just a moment, we will shift over to Gustav while I do the monster turns and have them go through the city, doing their thing.
It's Graveyard Smash.
This group has no master at all, so they're probably going to... Got a 9. Doop-a-doo. So 6 and 5. So people in the alt market are dying because of Gustav's failure now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No.
The
I
refugees are
don't-
kind of okay.
No, people are dying because wizards just are a bunch of pussies who doesn't want to come and kill demons.
Oh, Gustav, what's your career again?
I'm a master wizard. This is different.
1,
I wasn't
2,
a
3,
pussy.
4, 5.
I'm just
I
saying.
guess I should be rolling d6 here.
I
to
blame the
stay.
wizards, says the wizard.
Yeah, I blame the other wizards.
So like a wizard to say.
No true Scotsman, eh?
That's fine. I blame the nobles. The other nobles.
The Wind District moves to the Merchant District, and the Alt Market moves to the Wind District. These guys. Oh, gotta turn off the hounds. They're coming. Alright. New Market is moving to Eastgate. Or Eastgate is moving to New Market? Yeah, I think that's the right way. Along the way, they're picking up more and more followers as the hourglass turns.
These are the days of our lives.
So, briefly, let's check out Gustav.
Ugh.
Gustav, you hear the hounds, of course.
I'm eaten by dogs. I'm eaten alive by dogs.
Indeed. I don't know what they're barking at that they're doing this for so long. Whatever. Anyway. You rouse a little slowly and find yourself on a pile of junk in the dark.